Hello and welcome back to Swaggy Amma, and today in this video we'll be seeing 6 must-try sweet recipes during Karwa Chauth. Firstly, we'll be seeing how to prepare atte ka halwa using jaggery. To prepare this, the ingredients which we require would be half cup of wheat flour, half cup of homemade ghee, half cup of jaggery, 1/4 teaspoon of elaichi or cardamom powder, few cashew nut, few raisins, and finally few almonds. Firstly, to prepare this recipe, we'll be taking a thick bottom kadai and into that we'll be adding the homemade ghee. Once the ghee is hot enough, lower the flame to low to medium and into this transfer the chopped almonds and cashew nuts. Now saute and ghee roast this until your dry fruits turn crisp and golden brown. Once the cashew nut and almonds are almost ghee roasted, into this add the raisin. Now ghee roast the raisins as well along with the cashew nut and almond for less than a minute. Once the dry fruits have turned golden brown, remove this from the kadai and transfer this into a bowl. Next, into the same kadai, add the wheat flour and keep stirring this continuously until it is lump free. Make sure to keep stirring and cook the atta in low flame until it turns into a little darker shade. This might take a little while, but if you are doing the same process in high flame, your atta or wheat flour can get burnt easily. Once your atta is getting ghee roasted, in the meanwhile, take another saucepan and into that add 1/4 cup of water and half cup of grated jaggery. Cook this in low to medium flame and keep stirring this continuously until your jaggery dissolves completely. For this recipe, we do not need bun-sting consistency, we just need the jaggery to dissolve completely. Once your jaggery dissolves completely and your syrup is ready, set this aside, and in the meantime we can see that the atta or wheat flour is turned into a little darker shade. Next, into this add the hot jaggery syrup and keep stirring this continuously until it is lump free. Keep stirring and cook this in low to medium flame until the halwa starts separating from the kadai. Once the ghee starts coming out from the sides and the halwa starts separating from the kadai, your halwa is almost ready. Now into this add the elaichi or cardamom powder and give everything a good mix. Now your delicious atte ka halwa or wheat flour halwa using jaggery is ready. Next we will see how to prepare delicious and thick lachedar rabdi at home. To prepare this recipe, few of the ingredients that we require would be 1 liter of full cream milk. Here I have taken long life milk. You can even take fresh milk, but make sure to take full cream fresh milk for best results. About 6 to 7 saffron strands, 3 to 4 tablespoons of regular sugar, few pista, few chopped almond, and few saffron strands for garnish. Firstly, to begin with, take a thick bottom kadai and into that add 3 to 4 tablespoons of water. The reason why we are adding the water and later the milk is so that the milk doesn't get burnt while adding directly into the hot kadai. Once you have added the 1 liter full cream milk into this, keep the flame in high and allow the milk to boil. Once the milk starts boiling, lower the flame to low to medium and keep stirring this occasionally to make sure it's uniformly cooked. Once the cream starts settling on the top, stick them to the sides of the kadai. Now keep repeating this process in low to medium flame until the milk is reduced by 1/3 of its actual quantity. In between the process, add the saffron strand and give this a good mix. Once the milk is reduced to the desired consistency, stop for the cooking and switch off the flame, and into this add the sugar and give this a good mix. Allow this to cool down in room temperature for some time and later scrape the cream from the sides of the kadai and mix it with the reduced milk. Now your delicious lachedar rabdi is ready. You can have this as such right now, or you can even transfer this into a container and refrigerate this for minimum 6 to 7 hours and serve this chill. You can garnish your chilled rabdi with some saffron strand and dry fruits. We can see the chilled rabdi is of little thicker consistency. This is the exact consistency that we require. Next we will see how to prepare broken wheat rava kesari using jaggery. To prepare this recipe, few of the ingredients that we require would be half cup of broken wheat, 1 cup of grated jaggery, 5 to 6 tablespoons of homemade ghee, few cashew nut, a pinch of elaichi powder, and finally few raisins. Firstly, to begin with, take a saucepan and into that add half cup of water and 1 cup of grated jaggery. Now mix this well and cook this in medium flame until the jaggery dissolves completely. Once done, set this aside. Next, take another thick bottom pan or kadai, and once it's hot enough, into this add 2 tablespoons of homemade ghee. Now into this add the broken wheat rava and saute and ghee roast this in low flame until it turns aromatic. Once your broken wheat is nicely ghee roasted, into this add 2 cups of water and mix everything well. Now cook this in medium to high flame until the mixture begins to boil. Once your mixture starts boiling, lower the flame to low to medium and cover this with a lid and cook this for another 10 to 15 minutes. Occasionally give this a stir for your broken wheat to uniformly cook. After about 15 minutes of cooking, we can see how soft and well cooked our broken wheat is. Next, into this add the previously prepared jaggery syrup. Make sure to use a sieve and filter the jaggery syrup before adding it. Mix this well and allow this mixture to cook in medium flame until it's nicely reduced. Make sure to keep stirring this continuously throughout the cooking process for it to cook uniformly. Once your mixture is almost reduced, into this add the elaichi or cardamom powder and give this a good mix. Once it's nicely reduced, to prepare the seasoning, take a tempering pan and into that add the homemade ghee, cashew nut and raisin. Now ghee roast this in low to medium flame until the cashew nuts turn golden brown. Now add the ghee roasted mixture into the kesari and mix everything well. Keep stirring this continuously and cook this in low to medium flame until the kesari begins to separate from the kadai. Now our delicious wheat rava kesari is ready. Next we will see how to prepare delicious gulab jamun at home using milk powder. To prepare this recipe, few of the ingredients that we require would be 3/4 cup of maida or all-purpose flour, 1 cup of milk powder, 1 cup of regular sugar, 2 to 3 tablespoons of rava, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of elaichi or cardamom powder, 5 to 6 strands of saffron, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and finally 1 teaspoon of homemade ghee. Firstly, to begin with, to prepare the sugar syrup, take a thick bottom kadai and into that add 1 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. Now allow the sugar to dissolve completely. Cook this throughout in low to medium flame, and once the sugar dissolves completely, into this add the saffron strand and the elaichi or cardamom powder and give everything a good mix. Once the sugar syrup is of the right consistency, switch off the flame and into this add the white vinegar. For this recipe, we do not need one stick consistency and we need the sugar syrup to just be sticky. Next, take a mixing bowl and place a sieve on top of it, and now into this transfer the milk powder and the maida and swift all the ingredients well. Now into this transfer the rava and the baking powder and mix all the dry ingredients well. Next, to prepare a soft and sticky dough, add milk little by little and knead the dough well with the help of your hands. Once your dough is prepared, into this add 1 teaspoon of homemade ghee and knead the dough well once again. Allow the prepared dough to rest for another 15 to 20 minutes before further use. After resting the dough, knead the dough once again and now grease your palm and fingers with some homemade ghee. Take small portions of the prepared dough and press it gently between your palm and finger to make ball shapes. Your gulab jamun ball should be smooth, soft and not too tight, and also make sure that there are no cracks in it. Repeat the process for the rest of the dough as well. Now take a thick bottom kadai and into that add oil enough for deep frying, and once the oil is hot enough, turn the flame to medium and transfer the gulab jamun balls in it. Deep fry this throughout in medium flame and keep stirring this occasionally to make sure it's uniformly golden brown. Keep repeating the process for the rest of the gulab jamun as well, and take a large bowl and transfer the deep fried gulab jamuns into it. Now pour the previously prepared sugar syrup on top of this and allow this to rest for another 4 to 5 hours before further use. Now our delicious gulab jamun is ready. You can serve this as such or you can even refrigerate it and serve it chill. Next we will see how to prepare delicious gajar ka halwa at home. Firstly, begin with chopping the top and bottom portion of your carrot and peel it using a peeler. Next, with the help of a grater, grate your carrots. Here I have taken about 4 to 5 medium-sized carrots. Next, add 3 teaspoons of homemade ghee in a thick bottom vessel. Recipe of the homemade ghee is there in the top right corner of your screen or in the description box. Now add the grated carrot into it and saute them until the color of the carrot changes. Once the color of the carrot changes into little lighter shade, add 1 cup of full fat milk into it. Now close this with a lid and allow this to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes in low to medium flame. Now allow your carrots to cook for another 10 to 15 minutes in medium to high flame. Now add half a cup of sugar into it. Mix this well and allow it to cook for some more time. Now add half a teaspoon of elaichi powder for flavor. Your halwa is done once it starts separating from the kadai. Finally, you can add 1 more teaspoon of ghee to your halwa. Now your delicious homemade carrot halwa is ready. You can garnish it with some dry fruits and serve them. Next we will see how to prepare delicious sevaiya kheer. Firstly, take a thick bottom vessel and to it add 2 tablespoons of homemade ghee. The recipe of the homemade ghee is there in the top right corner of your screen or in the description box. Once the ghee is hot enough, add about 6 to 7 cashews split into it. Ghee roast them until they turn golden brown. Once your cashews turn golden brown, remove it and keep them separately. Next, in the same kadai, add about 7 to 8 raisins and ghee roast them as well. Once ghee roasted, remove the raisins and keep them separately as well. Next, in the same kadai, add about half a cup of sugar. Keep stirring the sugar in low flame until it dissolves and caramelizes. Once the sugar starts caramelizing and the color starts changing, add 1 liter of full cream milk into it. Make sure to do this in low flame and keep stirring it. Make sure to cook in low to medium flame and keep stirring this until the milk reduces by half. Now add half a cup of vermicelli or semia into it. Please note the vermicelli which I am using here is roasted vermicelli. If you are using the plain vermicelli, make sure to ghee roast it prior to adding it. Allow the payasam to cook for 2 to 3 minutes in low flame. Now add the previously ghee roasted dry fruits into it. Mix everything well and now add 3 to 4 cardamom pods. Now your delicious Sevaiya kheer is ready. So do try these sweet recipes during this Karwa Chauth and do let me know on how it was in the comment section. If you like this video, do not forget to give us a thumbs up and to share it along with your friends. Thank you for watching and do not forget to like, follow and subscribe to Swaggy Amma in Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.